If you're setting up a pension, one of the first questions is usually, what should I invest in? With our new improved self-invested personal pension, or SIP, we want to make that question much easier. At Moneyfarm, we've designed a default pension option that builds a portfolio around you based on your age. Your pension adjusts itself as life changes. The risk level shifts gradually over time, so your investments evolve as you move towards retirement. When you open a Moneyfarm pension, we place you straight into one of our managed portfolios that's typically suitable for your stage of life. The investment choice is done for you. Younger investors usually have many years ahead before retirement. That means more time to ride out short-term market swings. So if you're in your 20s, 30s or 40s, you'll generally start in a higher risk portfolio. For example, our Portfolio 7 invested in mostly global equities. These offer stronger long-term growth potential, even if they can be a bit bumpy along the way. As you get older, the balance naturally shifts. Take these examples. At 47, you may be in Portfolio 7, almost entirely in equities. At 57, you may transition to Portfolio 6 with around 65 to 85% in equities and the rest in bonds and other diversifiers. Later on, you might move into Portfolio 5, typically holding 55 to 75% in equities. And eventually, as you move towards retirement, the automatic path could take you down to Portfolio 2, which is mostly made up of short-term bonds and cash-like instruments, a much steadier mix designed to protect your savings in retirement. These transitions happen automatically as part of your plan, an automatic shift from higher risk to lower risk investments called the glide path. However, you always have the option to choose your own portfolio and risk level. Think of it as your pension's autopilot. When you're younger, your portfolio takes more risk, so your money can grow. As you get closer to retirement, the glide path gradually reduces that risk, so your pension becomes more stable. This matters because timing can make a huge difference. A market drop when you're 30 is inconvenient, but you have decades to recover. A market drop when you're 60, just before you need your pension, can be far more damaging. The glide path is designed to grow your money early on when you can afford more volatility, the natural rises and falls in market value over time. Protect your money later when stability matters most. Reduce the impact of big market swings as you approach and move into retirement. Your investments automatically move through the portfolios as you age, without you needing to monitor, adjust, or rethink your risk level. Growth is prioritized in the early years when there is time to ride out market fluctuations. As retirement approaches, the focus gradually shifts towards stability, and the transition between the two happens smoothly in the background, fully managed within the pension structure. A clear path to retirement helps make the process far less daunting. With the Moneyfarm pension and its age-based default pension, your investments remain actively managed by our expert team, adjusting automatically over time to keep things steady and simple. Whilst if you prefer, you can always have the option to choose your own portfolio and risk level. Thank you for listening.